Yes, ma'am.
All right, because of course I had to find it.
Good evening, everyone. It is Thursday, July 20th, 2023. We are in the land of the living. I am so excited, of course, to be here with a wonderful guest, as usual. I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You're literally one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny, proven since I started the show. Again, I say every night, every time I get a chance, I have some of the dopest people that grace this platform. Again, this is another person that you will remember her name, remember her face, because it is definitely needed in this time, in this season in the world. I'm going to read her bio real quick. Then we're going to get into our wonderful conversation tonight. You guys, I have no clue, no idea how this is going to go. But however, you already know this is never scheduled and it's never planned. So deal with it. Rocki Harris. Always game to show and tell a story. Award-winning writer, editor, and media correspondent who values substance while appreciating style. She focuses on Black culture, social issues, entertainment, and relationships with a candid style that motivates her audience to embrace transparency. The engaging storyteller uses her influence and impact to educate and entertain while affecting change as the host and producer of Rocki's reality podcast. Her platform covers essential topics such as mental health, criminal justice reform, infertility, while also featuring musical guests and celebrity interviews. Unafraid to explore what others are thinking, she is comfortable with unfiltered and unapologetic discourse. Her unmatched moxie shines during her in-depth chats with activists, celebrities, influencers, and entrepreneurs. Rocki past bylines include For Harriet, Empire Life, Nia, Speakers Magazine, Soul Bounce, and Rolling Out. She currently contributes to thisisrnb.com, blacklove.com, Billboard, and Billboard.com. Her affiliations include the Aspiring Writers Association of America, the Detroit chapter of the National Association for Black Journalists. In addition to curating content, Rocki also hosts and MCs events. Her ultimate goal is to shift narratives into new perspectives while aiming for progress instead of perfection. This is how she serves her clients, collaborates with colleagues, inspires her supporters, and impacts this world. Tonight, again, I have the pleasure of introducing to some, reintroducing, first time on this platform, Miss Rocki Harris. Good evening.
Thank you. Good evening.
I am so excited for this conversation, not only because I had a great time on TT's show, first of all.
Yeah.
When TT featured 6 Black powerful women in media, whether it was radio or podcasting. And we were on the show together. And from that moment on, I said, I'm going to reach out and I want her on my show. So tonight, she is here with us.
Yay. So we made it happen.
Yes, we
Thank
did.
you. Thank you, Sunshine, for having me. And let me get myself together a little bit. Hold on. Y'all give me one moment. One moment. One moment. Let me cut something off right quick. Okay. 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 Thank you for having me on.
No problem. So let's go back to. I'm always interested in the beginning of who we have become. There was always a reason that we are who we are, based off of experiences, um, atmospheres, environments, all of those great things. So let's go back to the younger Rocki.
Oh, oh. People on
Let's go
there
back
already. I
to
should have fixed me some wine for this one.
that. We
Okay.
go back
Let's
to
go.
the young
Let's
Rocki.
do it. What age are we talking about, young Rocky? Are we talking about like, 80s kid Rocky up and down the block, big wheel Rocky? Are we talking about preteen Rocky, teen Rocky? What are we talking about? 20
Let's
years
go
ago,
back
Rocky?
to when when did you know that you were special? Like there was something different about you. Did you always have an inkling that you would be doing something like this?
Okay, so this is taking me back to summertime on my porch. Summertime's just period in Detroit. It was for me music, fun, food, block parties, going to Belle Isle, and just I would sit on my porch and listen to music, and just I would record off the radio. My mother had a music room, so we were all music was always infused in our family. My sister and I would wake up to Mason in the morning, who shout out to Mason, who's still on the radio to this day. And I
Yes.
just always loved music. And when I would listen on the radio, like Lisa from 96.3, if y'all don't know who that is, Google her, Sonny Anderson, all of these different radio people, Fantasy Blue, Frankie Darcell, Lady BG, just all of these different Mojo, Foodie, just all of these people. I would hear them, and I didn't know then, but it was just like a passion of mine, and it was like one of those. Now that I look back on it, I know God was preparing me for what I'm doing now. And so when I went the traditional route and got to college, in college is when I was like, I really want to do something performative wise, but the traditional girl in me was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and be a social worker. So it's just, I mean, I always felt different because I was, from when I was a fat kid, I had been overweight since I was 10. So I was always singled out for that. And I just always in my family was just me. I was the free spirit. I was wild. I was doing me. And so as far as radio, it just evolved. So I don't know if there was like a specific moment where I was like, ooh, but it's just different moments, so to speak, where I was like, God, you're putting me on a path where I need to go. But
Okay.
it started as a kid, definitely listening to the radio, listening to different people and just how they impacted others, how people would call in and just the emotions that they would be able to evoke from the callers. And I'm just like, ooh, I just love the conversations and just how you could music just fit every part of our lives. And just the people on the radio, when I would go to certain events and I would meet them in person, I'm like, oh, they're real people. Real people do this, real black people do this. So it just evolved from there. But my traditionally, I'm a social worker though. So
So
I don't. Yeah.
are you still doing that now or
In a, I am not in the community as we call it. We used to call it the field, but now we're trying different verbiage where we say the community. I am now a trainer. Actually, I train social workers. So that is my 9 to 5 as of now. But yes, I'm still in it and still with my platform and the information that I cover and the stories that I cover. I always seek that human aspect. So I'm always going to be a social worker. So, yes, in a sense, even as a writer and a content creator and a media personality, I'm a social worker in a sense because I always bring that human aspect to the story. So,
Absolutely. Which is important because, again, sometimes we are used in the marketplace, as we consider, to be able to get the information, facts, not just hearsay, facts, and then tell our village, which is one
Exactly.
of the other parts of educating the village, is one of my main topics, along with having a balanced life. Regardless of what
Mhm.
you're doing, it's important to educate the people that are around you, who need the information, who need um, the survival stories, who need the promotions, the platforms to be able to tell their stories of how
Mhm.
they made it over. We don't
Yep.
wait until we get to heaven. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna go there. But anyway,
Listen, it is all part of God's work for sure. And that's part of what I learned from my grandparents. I was raised next door to my maternal grandparents, and that's what they taught us. And I was raised in the church, traditional church kid. We went to church on Sundays, went to Bible study on Wednesdays, choir rehearsal on the weekend, on Saturdays too. So, but that is what I was taught as well. And with me being a social worker, uh, and just my grandfather did not graduate from high school. So, but he read the paper cover to cover every day. And my aunt read Jet and Essence and all these different romance novels and black fiction and self-help novels. So all of that was instilled in me. Knowledge was key, especially as a black woman. And I come from a family who just taught me that education is key. Is it? I mean, I and the thing is, no matter how much technology we have, education and knowledge will always be key. So that is part of. And I know we all get excited about a celebrity drama, but I've always tried to look at, okay, like you said, what are the facts here? What are, and what are the pieces that we are missing as a community? And that's why I've had some of the topics that I've had on our show, because I'm like, black people, they think they have to be rich to have a will or a living will or a trust, and you don't. And that's things that we need to know, right? We need to know that when we vote, it's as simple as, what's the price of the food that's on your shelves? Your vote affects that. Those are the things that, as black people, we don't know in our community. And so that's part of what I wanted to put out there, and also talk about, show the love that we have for each other, that we have affluence, that we have wealth, and that we have mental health issues that we have to deal with. So I just, that is part of my mission to, yes, entertain you. I love having celebrities on, but also when I have a celebrity on, showing who they are as a person and how
absolutely.
they are, where they come from and how they relate back to us.
This is one of the reasons I got into this. This was more so, I started during the pandemic, and it was more so a pull on my heart to see if people were okay. Because at the time,
We still traumatized.
right,
By the
and
way, we still traumatized. Yep.
we
Right.
I was kind of drawn back, to be honest, because I wasn't, people knew I had COVID, but
Mm.
it wasn't a lot of people who were checking in on me to see if I was okay.
Mm.
And I was kind of like, but it's me. Do we care? No. All right. So, um, it became that thing of, we gonna see how much you really care.
Mm.
So I went on Facebook and I began to reach out to people that I knew in my circle. And God told me that you were going to become the help that you once needed, that you never
Mm.
forgot.
Mm.
So was that advice? Was that help? Was that giving me some type of hope and faith to keep going every day? Not to say at the time when I had COVID that I thought I was going to die, but I was concerned that was anybody caring about my life
Mm.
outside of me.
Mm.
And the number was very few.
Mm.
So he said, I'm giving you strength to go and become the help that you once needed that you didn't get.
Mm-hmm. Because people might not have the capacity at the time to give you what you need, and that could be a bad feeling. That could be a
Mhm.
bad feeling. It can, because you're like, damn, do y'all even give a? But also, what I've learned, and this is part of the growing pains, that people, when they going through their shit, They going through their shit. And it's just like we are so consumed with what we're going through. And it's hard not to take it personal, definitely. It is definitely hard. But like you said, sometimes you have to be to others what you needed them to be to you.
So
And
you,
that's the irony of life. That's the irony. Yeah, that's the lessons we learn as we get older. That
yeah.
it's like,
So
okay. I mean, it's
it's
just like
the,
parenthood. They not gonna give kids ain't gonna give you back what you
no. Mm-mm. So it's the you have a gift. This is how we're gonna use the gift.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
like talking. You're like
Mm-hmm.
listening. So we're gonna use this gift to help others. How do we do that? Well, I'm gonna sit on this wonderful couch and I'm gonna become your counselor. I'm gonna let you talk. And in me allowing you to talk, God's gonna show up. You're gonna get what you needed, and I'm gonna get what I needed
Mm-hmm. Every time.
every time. So
Mm-hmm.
if it's just advice on how to put my music out, if it's just the platform to tell you I wrote a book and I want you to support me,
Mm-hmm.
if
Yep.
it's acting, if it's all these things I get excited about, guess what? I realize that we are more alike than we are different. But you'll never know that until we talk.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. Keeping
And
it
it's
real.
okay when we different too, though. But it's okay
Yes,
when we're
absolutely.
different because that's my thing. Like I'm not like a go along to get along person, and that has definitely caused conflict with me and other people. But I'm like I'm not like you, and you not like me. So, and that's what we have to learn to at times accept too. That
Yes,
we not all gonna be the same. But like you said, we do share a lot of the similarities too. We all eat, sleep, bleed. Like I tell my kids, we all eat, sleep, bleed, and boo boo. We all are human. So, but there we got to make room for those differences too.
absolutely. Even though we're both podcasters, we don't do the same thing alike. And it's okay because guess what? That audience is for you. They need you. Just like, nobody can beat you at you. Nobody. You're different for a reason. We met when we met for a reason. We're here
Absolutely.
tonight to get into um I'm reading your bio and it's like, okay, we got Black culture, we got social issues, we got all of these different things, mental illness. And at the point right now, just unfolded on the news, this lady.
Girl, don't get old Carly. I'm like, she probably I mean, it's definitely some mental health and it's
Yes,
and like I said, it's I think we're still traumatized. All this bizarre, not even bizarre because people been crazy. It's been people been nuts.
it's been a
But it's
thing.
like
Yes,
it's just like an uptick of it. And I really think we're still traumatized from the pandemic. Like we got back into this new normal, but we still I think people are just even more so sensitive and
we can
just
go back before that. Now, mind you, we try to put a label on what, I'm not gonna say crazy, mental illness looks like. Okay, he could be fine as Denzel Washington and be cuckoo as a cuckoo bird.
yeah, they use yar. Beautiful people use yar crazy. We use yar. We are yeah. You know they gotta be.
So when they
Yeah.
said we don't have any more mental hospitals and different things, and uh I don't know about this medication. Okay, so now we got the crazy folks, that kind of look like me,
Mm-hmm.
walking around like they normal, and they're not.
Mm-hmm.
And
We
then,
all I think we all got some struggles to an extent.
oh yeah,
But
I
it's
got,
just more I think we all on the spectrum, especially as Black people because of our generational trauma
yes.
and all of the shit we've dealt with. I think we all have some type of challenge to an extent, but it's just whose is more out there in the open than others.
How we can deal with it? Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is with Carly, I don't even know the whole details, but it people just blow shit out of proportion a lot of times. It's just I don't know. It's I don't even again, it's I don't even know what to really fully say about her. I'm really kind of tired of talking to her. I'm like, y'all need to just move on. But it's just like in this social media age, everything is exacerbated. So I definitely think she had some mental health issues. And she young. Let's be honest. She 25. When I was in my 20s, I was doing dumb shit. I was saying that yesterday, like, what was we doing at 20? 25. I mean, 25, I was getting married, but still, we don't know what her background is. We don't know what
Dumb
I
shit.
need some more history on who she. And the social worker in me always thinks like not looking at what's wrong with the person, but what happened to
What
them to
happened?
make
What
them the
happened?
way they are. And see,
Yes.
that's the perspective at times why I might clash with people because I'm like, well, let's get to the root of it because it ain't just that she crazy or something happened to her to precipitate that type of behavior.
Absolutely.
Especially you in Alabama, you know damn well that's one of the states. Your ass ain't nobody. You listen.
The Woods people, though.
Right. You down there black. So I'm like, something is definitely off with her. But then I'm also wondering what is it distracting us from a lot of times? Because a lot of these stories be and this is kind of the conspiracy theorist with me being in media. I've seen some of the behind the scenes dynamics, and a lot of times stories are propagated more to distract us from other stuff.
Absolutely.
So that's something we need to be aware of too.
I think it was something, another major story had came out, and a lot of people, even on social media, was like, well, why y'all distracted on this? They just approved, I guess, fake meat or something. Um,
Yeah.
it was something else that was going on. They like,
Mhm.
oh,
Yep.
trying to hear nothing about that, but you
Yes.
it's um
Right.
and then there was the story of $158 million worth of drugs confiscated in California. I want to say, was that Sunday? From the Coast Guard.
What kind of what was the drugs? Was it cocaine?
Coke,
Was it marijuana?
yeah, coke and marijuana.
But why is that surprising?
No, not at all.
From California though? I mean, I'm just saying maybe I don't and then sometimes people be having to break it down for me because I'm like, I mean, maybe is that the largest ever or something? Because the Coast Guard is in on it. Is that the thing?
I don't think so. But my thing is, it had to be some type of inside job, or somebody was like, I ain't getting my cut, so I'm about to tell on y'all.
Listen, y'all ain't seen snowfall. Have we not seen
That's what
snowfall?
I'm saying. Like,
I mean,
who?
have we not seen snowfall? Do we listen? I'm 46. I don't live through the crack era, okay, and the Reaganomics. We already know what this is. But see, the new folks, they don't understand that the government been corrupt since they've been created. So certain shit to me, and that's why as a social worker too, I'll be like, that is not surprising to me. Like, oh, that's what they do. So
Yeah, absolutely.
and somebody got mad and snitched on them
And
probably.
it's snitched. Absolutely. Who is? First of all, who is going through each container? Like, yeah, this my job. I'm gonna check every container.
Oh, that's what that person did. And you just happen to find the containers with the drugs in it. I don't believe in coincidence though.
Not like that.
I'm one of them type of people. I don't believe in like, especially the older at my big age, as we say. I don't believe in coincidence. Shit happens for a reason.
Absolutely. I was just talking to a person at work today about what was it? Lucas. The one that Denzel played.
Antoine, no.
No, no,
What do
no.
you, are
His
you
last
trying to turn today?
no, 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 no. He was a drug dealer. He was getting the drugs from Colombia, I think, through his cousin. They was shipping the drugs through the dead bodies.
Oh, American Gangster. Are
Thing.
we American Gangster? American Gangster. Yes, yes. He was
So
Frank Lucas. Frank Lucas. He played Frank Lucas. Yes, yes. Yep, yep.
now somebody
Mm-hmm.
got too fancy for their britches. Somebody probably wanted some more money and was like, you know what?
Yep,
If you don't,
yep.
these are going to be your consequences.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it might have been over a woman.
That might be happened to.
You know how they be? They be like, they so territorial when it comes to us. They be like, oh, but I'm not surprised though. So this was recent?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to say it was the same day the story
That's
came out about
Carly.
my girl. Yeah.
Uh-huh. See? Mm-hmm. What? See? Mm-hmm. Nah, I didn't even know about that. I didn't even heard about
Yes,
that.
ma'am.
Because
Uh,
Carly been on my timeline for the past month. I mean, the past week. And before that, it was Kiki.
yes, yes, definitely.
If y'all leave these people alone,
And we don't care. They ain't giving us not $1.
right? It's entertaining for sure. It's entertaining for sure. It's entertaining
Um,
for sure. But it's just like we be so, and just the comments just be like spiraling. You be like, y'all really think y'all know people business like that?
you don't. I tell somebody all the time. It's the fact that you don't know, and we let everything tell its story. Bits and pieces missing that will make all
Right.
the difference. We unfortunately, this era has gotten to a place where you believe everything you see and hear. Like, how you do that? Didn't your mama teach you don't?
Y'all ain't researching nothing. Ain't researching nothing.
Like, I'm still to a point where, as masculine as they may come, I would not be surprised if they had a boyfriend,
Ooh.
or I'm just saying, I
Oof.
would not.
Not
I
at
would not
all. Not at all.
at all. We play the
Mhm.
games.
They
We
was
sure.
talking about this little rapper down in Atlanta who had somebody sitting on his lap. As a matter of fact, I forgot the name, but he's not like a major rapper. But they were showing some clip on Instagram of him got somebody sitting on his lap, and he's like supposed to be a hardcore rapper from Atlanta. Hmm. A lot of them like booty play. Hmm. And but again, if that's what you like, do you? Because I'm an ally. I consider myself an ally. I don't like necessarily agree with it, but listen, you live your life because it's worth shit to be out here. As a social worker, I'm telling you, the shit I've seen, I would not want my kid to be that way, but I would rather deal with that than a murderer or a liar or somebody who steal. Because listen, people out here are scantless, and them being LGBTQ is the least of my worries when I meet someone. Listen, I don't care who you sleeping with. Are you a solid person? You know, you can still love the Lord because the Lord made you too. And that's for you and the Lord to work out, you
Yeah.
know. So it's but I mean I just I think at times we just get so caught up in telling other people what they should be doing. And it's like you don't eat what I shit. You don't shit what I eat. Right? So what I eat don't make you shit. That's the saying. What I eat don't make you shit and vice versa. So I just have a different view when it comes to stuff at times. I have my opinions on it. And it is what it is though. But it amazes me sometimes how people just be like, done figured out the whole story and y'all got like about 5 snippets of it.
Mm-hmm. So, with us going through life and having different experiences, did you take it to a place where you wanted to take it to be more personal, to tell or talk about the topics that bother you, or not I want to say bother, um that affect you?
Oh, absolutely. And I've shared like my personal stories as well. Absolutely. Like because I feel like you can report best, for lack of a better word, on what resonates with you, what you're passionate about. And with me being a social worker, I've always been passionate about people. Music was always my thing. I was a psychology major, so I all personalities interacting with people. So um yeah, I felt it was my duty in a sense to build a platform around the stuff that was important to me and to also recognize what might be important to other people. I might not see it as a big deal, but it still needed a voice, so to speak. Because there
Absolutely.
have been topics where I'm like, oh, that ain't really my thing. And then people are like, yeah, but we want to hear about this. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do a show about that, or I'm gonna write an article about that. And then it's been amazing at times when people will inbox me, or they'll say something to me like I did some shit like a year ago, and they'll be like, oh, thank you for that article you wrote, or thank you for your show on this, or just that moment when a guest shares a part of themselves and they're like, I've never shared that with anyone. Or it's so I love those moments when I can connect people too. Because if I can't provide it, I know someone who can. And I love connecting people because like you, I feel like we're only one person away, especially in Detroit. Shit. You know, it ain't 6 degrees of just separation here. It's about 3 degrees. So I've always like just stay in your lane. Like I'm not a big politics person. I'm not big on sports. So that ain't my shtick. Okay. Now, if we talk about some relationships, some black people shit, some education and self-care, being a mother, being married, I'll talk about what I know. And if I don't know, I'll at least do the research. And that's also why I've brought on experts on my show. That's always been a thing for me. Like, I'm not the expert on this. I know I have a view on it, but let me bring on those experts so that could in a way fortify what I'm doing to my audience, that I'm not just on here talking shit. Because that's on my page, I'll talk shit and that's my opinion. But on my show, I want to make sure that I'm bringing on those experts that is coming from a professional and personal standpoint.
Absolutely. I have found, and usually most of my guests it started off on social media, Instagram, Facebook, or I don't think TikTok at the time was that big at the time. And it was it wasn't unusual to me. Hey, TT. Um, Mr. Capone, Stephanie, hello, all everyone. Please like and share and subscribe, please.
Hey, y'all.
It was the questions that they wouldn't get from the ESPNs or the CNNs and all of that.
Listen, because
So
I'm gonna ask it.
right.
If it's uncomfortable, I'm gonna listen. I don't have no filter, and it's like my natural impulse. It's like I'm gonna ask that question that other people was thinking. I'm not politically correct. Like if you want somebody diplomatic, that ain't me. That's my husband. Like he the one who. No, I'm gonna ask the questions. Yep, because on CNN they gotta be polite.
I got a little filter.
Hey, TT.
But some things is just
certain
like
things I do like. No, but I understand to be sensitive to certain things, right? Yeah. But we got to talk about them too.
Absolutely.
Certain things need to be, especially as you get older. We don't have time to be dancing around stuff because how many people done died or relationships have been severed because of unspoken words or without unspoken words.
Absolutely.
So my thing is, I've definitely had some, put my foot in my mouth, Lord, I shouldn't have said that moments. But then I reflect back like, you know what, Lord, but it opened up a different door. Yes. We needed to go. We needed to have that, right? We needed to have, y'all. We needed to have it out, right? We needed to go there. Yes. And that's part of what my marriage has taught me too. It's made me mature in that aspect, because when you marry for a certain amount of time and long-term friendships too. Long-term friendships. Me and my best friend been best friends for over 30 years. And we've had some very uncomfortable moments, very uncomfortable conversations. But then that's how you got to go through it to get to it.
Absolutely. Some things you just got to talk and you bear down. As they say, put a stick in your mouth and just take the pain. Snatch the Band-Aid off or whatever the case may be, and be real about it. One of the things that I had from my older cousin, he said, it's sad that we let our education go to the grave.
Ooh.
And I said, what do you mean? He said, look at all the times that you could have been sitting under the elders of the family. Instead, we put them in a nursing home and forget about them. We're gonna cry that we don't know nothing. It's because you put it in the nursing home and let it die. So I was like, well, we don't want that to happen. So let's get together and I don't want to say form a kumbaya circle, but there's a lot of stuff that I need to know because I'm only 45.
Mm-hmm.
For 45, I know. You ain't
I'm
got to.
46. Listen, we look better now, though. How about listen? Than 20 years ago, baby. I'm at my finest. Okay, I am at my finest. It's nothing like
And
because
you
that's what
still,
you learn as you get older.
and you
The
still getting better, huh?
listen, the confidence that exudes from a black woman as we get older, that's what makes us fine.
Listen,
Looking 35.
right? Looking like I said. You thought I was how old?
But
You
guess
better.
what? We still here though, because I don't went to funerals of 19-year-olds, okay? And that's what I told my daughter. Like, I don't, and I've never been that type, like, oh, I don't tell my age, because I'm still here, we still living. And I don't went to funerals. It's better to be seen than to be viewed, okay? I'm
Absolutely.
glad to be here. So 46 or whatever. And it's just it's no peace like knowing who you are, knowing what you need, knowing what is required, knowing that you still need to grow too. So
Absolutely. There's I tell people with even with modeling, I wasn't doing it on a regular, but once I got on the stage, you talking about confidence.
listen.
You mean you can't tell me nothing, and I'm not being arrogant at all. But it's just something when they teach you how to walk,
Mm-hmm.
like strut your stuff, like
Listen, Sate Shate.
ain't no need for you feeling some type of way. Cause guess what? At the end of the day, we chose you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you in that space for a reason. And I've had to deal with that too, imposter syndrome. And I've had to tell people like that's why I try to be honest too, to be like I don't wake up every day like feeling like confident. There are days where I feel shitty. There are days where I'm like, why am I still doing this? There are definitely those days, and that's why I appreciate those moments when I can just be transparent, because that helps someone else to know that it's okay to be the shit, but also there are times when you don't always feel like
I
that, and
don't.
that's okay. That's okay.
I
That's what
have
helps us. That's what keeps us humble too. That's what keeps us
that.
humble,
That's the important part of having. Let me go to this. The village, right?
baby.
Because
Baby.
there are people in the village who really want to see you win, right?
Mhm. Yep.
And you can take your hair off, hair down, gel back, or not do nothing to it at all, and say, you know what, I'm not feeling my best today. Or they know they can hear it in your voice, like what's going on with you.
Yep.
And at that point, you either tell or they gonna pull it out of you, one of the two.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you might as well just go ahead and tell it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I have a couple that are, I can say, are really my sisters. Like, bro, this ain't, I'm going through
Yeah, exactly.
adding up, the empire feeling like it's falling apart, the whatever the wind may blow this day. But then guess what? By the time this conversation is over, they have now stripped down everything. They have now imparted into me and said, get your up,
Yep.
get off
It's
the
okay. Yep.
get off the pot, because guess what? We need you, right? And then if you tell them your goals and your dreams, they're gonna make sure you get there.
Right. They're excited like you are. They're excited like you are. Because, like you said, I have a couple. We both in our 40s. So we know a lot of friendships have faded to black. And people have heard me speak about this as well. I used to have a sister circle and I no longer do, but other people have now come into my life, and God has put others in my life who we ain't gonna be as cool as them, of course not, but they still are fortifying me in other ways.
In other
They're
ways.
encouraging me. They're sending me Bible scriptures. They checking on me. So, and that's what I say a lot of times, and I need to do that. I sometimes post, check on your strong friends, check on the weak friends, check on folks, because the encourager needs encouragement at times too.
At times
And
too.
we all need those people who we can be vulnerable with. Like for me, that's my best friend Gigi and my husband. And I have another girlfriend Leah, where I can be vulnerable with, and it's other people who, with certain things I know I can be vulnerable with. And my entrepreneur friends, because we as an entrepreneur, even though I still have a 9 to 5, you as a business owner, you need people who understand.
Yes.
And you can't expect everybody to understand. You need certain people for certain things. That's what I've recognized as I've gotten older. Sometimes I can't expect my husband to understand certain things that I'm going through as a woman, or my best friend to understand certain things I'm going through as a social worker, or as a media person, because it's just, it's just a specific, it's like an esoteric group that understands you. And you got to find that. You got to find different tribes. And not that everybody is my friend, but they fulfill a certain purpose. And that's what I've come to learn.
And too, the plug of being around those who God has ordained to be connected to you. Being TT, being one. From seeing her in action to, yeah, she really dope outside of, and then putting you on. Like my job. Listen here. I support everybody. If I see it, I'm going to share. There is no hidden agenda. Yeah, I would love to have the reciprocation of that love, but does it happen all the time? No. And I'm cool with that, because guess what? There is an audience. There will be an audience where, hey, they're all for sunshine, and it's cool, right? I already seen it in a vision. It's going to happen. I am at the place now, and I'm not saying this to be arrogant, but I tell people when I meet them now, I'm saying you're gonna need my autograph because I'm going to be famous.
Hey, listen, that's why I wore my star earrings tonight. Like, yes, come on.
That's why we in pearls, okay?
Listen,
I'm telling you now,
everlasting shine, okay?
I'm telling you now, because you either getting on a train or the train gonna leave you.
Baby, I done said that same thing. I really would like you to be with me, but if not, it's going with them. And that's what you have to know in your mind. And know that you can't go by yourself, and just those who are meant to be there will be there.
Absolutely. That's the thing. Because at first I was taking it personal, and it's good to actually.
And I still take it personal sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I still take it personal, and I just know where to put you though. Certain people, and you can't take it personal. But as a human being, at times your feelings are going to be hurt. Like I know we like to front like we are hard, and if I didn't get invited, I don't care. And so with some stuff, it is that way. But with other stuff, you be like, damn, you ain't okay. That's letting me know how you feel about me. And again. Not that I'm just like, oh, sad about it, but I take note of it. It is noted. So again, depending on who it is in the situation. But for me, sometimes I just feel like we say, oh, I'm not taking it personal, but with certain situations, certain people, or certain I mean, it just depends.
Yeah.
Because how people treat you, that's letting you know something. That's giving you a message about what they think about you or how they see you.
I try to give people grace, because I will want grace, right? But then when I give you another chance and you still...
That's my point. Right? If it's been 3-4 times that I've invited you and you ain't even replying to because in this day and age, it don't take nothing. Because that's my pet peeve when people don't even reply. And I know we are busy. But it don't take nothing to say, oh, I can't make it. Or in this day and age, you ain't got to call nobody. So again, people let you know where you fit with them. And it's all good at times if I got to call you 11 times, then that let me know you're not the person I need to be talking to then. Or versus other people who, when I text them, they replying. Absolutely. And because even myself, I'll reply to someone like, I'm sorry for my late reply. Even if my thing is, I guess I have to get out of, I can't expect a me from other people. Yeah. But still, it's like, okay, I'm not gonna be fucking with you on that level then if I can't get what I need at a certain moment, because that's you letting me know that I'm not a priority, and it's all good. Let me deal with someone who values me as a priority, because I feel like I do that to others. So Absolutely. They say treat people how you want to be treated. Well, that's what I try to do. So
I move instantly. Like my complaint from my boss is I move too fast, right? Mm. It's because at the end of the day, when you become busy, you're busy. Mm-hmm. Catch me before I get super busy, right?
Listen, or I'll even tell people get back with me in a couple weeks because I email and talk to a lot of people because I do public relations too. So I get it that people are busy, and I'm a mother and a wife, not just a mother and wife who's chilling. Like I'm active. I'm dropping kids off at practice. I'm dropping them off at work, cooking, cleaning, getting them in. Spending all of that. So I feel like if I can reply to you, even to say I can't make it or okay, or even now they got it on this my thing with like text messages with iPhones. You even can just like put a like or a love to let somebody know, oh, I got your message. I do see, so that just to me, if people ain't replying, then again, that's they letting me know next time I won't be.
Yeah.
If and not even just that next time, if it's been several times, like you said, if it's been a few times where I don't reach out to you and I can't get a call back, it's like, okay, well, and then
Yeah.
sometimes people come back around and then they don't.
Yeah. I'm almost like I'm gonna keep my gun in the holster because I know what's coming. And my thing is, I feel sad for you because I gave you plenty of opportunities. You blew me off like I was little, right? Okay. Keep that same energy.
And they say, what people think of you ain't your business, but they let you know though. They let you know.
It's all
And it
good.
is. Because the no is just, for me, it's delay, not denial. And that's what I've come to see when, even though it's frustrating in that moment, I've come to see like, yeah, it was a reason why I didn't connect with that person. It's a reason why that didn't work out. It's a reason why they didn't come.
Mm-hmm.
It's the reason why certain people did come. And that's what you come to know. That's what you realize. Because it's like, you got to be careful of the energy that you allow into your life as well.
Absolutely. Because, one particular person didn't show up, and I reached out like, what happened? Oh, it was a story that was told. And then tried it again. This particular person was on somebody else's show when they were supposed to have been on mine.
Ooh.
I was like, did you forget you went live?
Ooh.
I said, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm still going to take the high road. I'm not even going to say who you are. But see, the thing is, they don't know who I know.
The nosy in me is like, call them out. But let me stop.
No.
Because if this was my shop, I'd like, call them out. So let me stop. I don't want to be messy. Let me stop.
No.
Because I do believe in letting people know in private too. I'm gonna let you know I got an issue with you. Even if I do say something publicly, I've already said something to you privately. You know that I got an issue with you. So, and certain stuff, you're right. We don't even need to say it publicly. It is. We know what it is.
Yeah.
We know what it is.
I know.
They know what it is. They already know what it is.
And the crazy thing is, the person is popping right now.
The person who show they were on, or the person?
The person.
Oh, okay.
The person is popping right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's it's all good. At the end of the day, I'm a person that I want to everybody that I know, regardless if you in social media land, if you my neighbor, it doesn't matter. I want you to win. Whatever way that I can assist you with the assist, I'm going to do that. Because at the end of the day, when I started this, God said I was going to be the help that I was once needed. And I think I'm doing a good job of letting people have their shine. Because at the end of the day, it's not going to take from me because God already gave me that. I want you to get what you need. So whatever that looks like. I even had a person from social media who you might have saw her before, Dr. Perkins. She talks about the ins and out of your vagina.
And I don't know. I need to look her up. Even though I know my vagina, but
Yeah, she's always talking, dancing, and talking about different things about your vagina, the smells and
Mm.
different things, what to do, what not to do. Da, da, da.
Mm.
So I was like,
Okay.
would you come on my show? She was like, of course. We had a whole hour and a half talking about our vaginas.
I need to see that show.
Yeah, I will send it to
I
you.
love because I love the sex talk. I love the
But
sex
it was
talk.
more so of the education part of
Right.
what we have been taught wrong
Right. About our
about taking
bodies.
care about our vaginas.
Yep. Yep. The
And I was so mad
misconception. Yep.
that we have passed this stuff on as
Mhm.
if it's law and it's wrong.
All right. And stop calling it the damn pocketbook. Stop telling these little girls to stay pocketbook or they coochie. That's their vagina. Tell them the right, as the social worker and me, PSA, please teach your children the right, just like you teach them this is their arm and their nose and their eyes, this is their vagina. And actually, the outer part is the vulva. The vagina is the inner part. But we ain't gonna get all into that.
Yeah. So that was a whole
Yeah.
education on
Yeah.
the
Because that's
do.
part of the issue. We lack
Yeah.
education. And
Um.
that rolls over to our teens who are having babies
Yes.
and
Yes.
girls who are sacrificing their bodies because
Yes.
that's a cultural thing too, like a cross-cultural thing where women and children are treated as property and violated. Like it's our bodies are like, pretty much commodities.
Or just a simple fact of how to keep it clean
Right.
and taught wrong.
Wipe it front to back. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um. We wonder why a lot of them have constant yeast infections and not wearing the right type of panties.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not supposed to have colored down there.
Mm-hmm.
All of this different
Using the right
kinds.
type of products too. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Right type of products and your pH balance, all of those different
Yes.
things that they're not thinking about. But that I didn't learn till I was older because I was like in my late 20s, well, mid 20s, early mid 20s before I really got a handle on taking care of my body in the proper way.
Absolutely. So again, with talking to celebrities and getting the behind the scenes of how they became who they are is very important. I can celebrate you all day, getting to the end of the book, but I'm more interested how it began in your
Mm-hmm.
middle. It's more
Baby.
important to me than the end, right? I can celebrate you through all phases, all the way up until, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what we do as human beings, from you being conceived, going through all your process of growing, being born, to all of it to the age you are now. We are celebrating you through all of this. We're watching you grow. This is what we're doing. So we're here right now giving Rocki her flowers
Thank you.
because not only is she a powerful Black voice woman, um, it's important that she do what she do in order for us to do what we do.
I'm
This is
trying to
why
help.
she gets the information and the facts in order for us to be educated as a village. We are all part of the village, whether you want to be a part or not.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to inform you that the guy who's on drugs on the corner, he's still part of the village. The
Mm-hmm.
guy who is having issues, or the woman who's having issues and having 20 babies, they're still part of the village, regardless if we
And
want
they
to
need a village.
or not.
And they need us to be a part of their village.
Absolutely.
Oh, child.
The moments of, and this is what I miss the most of, neighbors really being neighbors, family really being
Mm-hmm.
family. We all
Yeah.
was effed up, but at least we knew if I got it, you got it.
Mm-hmm. You can come in here and eat. You can come use the bathroom if you need to. Get a little
Absolutely.
discipline too. Yep. Mm-hmm.
There was not
Yep.
one time that on our block somebody didn't see something.
Oh, listen. The neighbor caught when I remember my mama said I couldn't ride my bike up Van Dyke. Don't you know I rode my ass up by Van Dyke a couple blocks? I had my little 10-speed bike. trying to go up Van Dyke, and my mama, don't you know the neighbor told my mama that shit? And my mama waited like several days later to be like, yeah, Mrs. I forgot who the neighbor was. But her ass pretty, I can't say snitch, but she told on me.
Oh, yeah,
Told on
absolutely.
me.
It
Thinking,
was
and my mama was at work at the time. So you know she was watching out. She's like, oh yeah.
it was definitely to make sure we all survived. Whether it was food, whether it was washing powder, if it was you ain't get paid, all right. Well, we all going shopping. I'm gonna get your kids some clothes too.
Right.
We all cared. And that's what we need to get back to. Instead of turning our heads, you worry about yours and I worry about mine. That's why we in this predicament we are in now. You can't be everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
You need some other eyes. And we get back to
my kids know, because my kids look just like me. People know. People don't, my daughter hate when she been at work. People have seen my kids in several places and know that those are my kids. So
right. we show enough looking. Yes, we are. If we see something out of pocket, I'm gonna say something. And then I'm gonna tell your mama.
Yep.
That part.
Kids know you coming over here. I'm gonna feed you, but you're gonna get checked too.
Absolutely.
My kids' friends think I'm mean. Whatever. You can think I'm mean. I'm gonna love on you, but you're gonna be right too. You're gonna get some of this old school discipline. You're gonna say please and thank you over here. You're gonna put your seatbelt on over here.
The respect that they have for you later is we don't understand sometimes us correcting them is being meantful for them.
Yeah.
Later. Like I remember when and I remember this helped me. Right? Because some people can only teach you from a place where they've been. They don't know. So I'm going to teach you.
Yeah.
No more education going to the grave.
No.
It's our job. We have platforms that God has given us to talk, to tell what needs to be told to the village. That's law. That's gold. That's jewelry. We beyond nuggets. We don't value that. We gonna say gold. We gonna say the gems. We need all of this knowledge from all ages. We have to.
Because we can learn from the babies too.
Absolutely.
You can learn from the babies too. I think the kids keep us from remembering who we were before we were jaded adults. Really. Like my 12-year-old really helps me at times remember, like, okay, I wasn't always a responsible adult. I was a kid who made mistakes too. Like I had to reassure him today that you might make bad decisions, but you're not a bad kid. We all make bad decisions, but you're not a bad kid. And when you make bad decisions, that doesn't mean you're a bad person. So, but
it's mistakes.
And he knows that his mama love him. Both my kids know I love you to death. They are my entire soul. It's one of the best things I've ever done in my life, and I'm grateful for my village and that I don't have to do it alone. But yeah, it's definitely like just an ongoing thing to try to pass it on, especially in this era right now. You know, where they just, it's like you really, like I really have to try to mix traditional with modern ways to raise kids now. Because to me, like I said, I don't care how much technology comes, certain shit doesn't go out of style. Saying please and thank you does not go out of style. Washing your hands does not go out of style. Being respectful to adults does not go out of style. Like respecting our elders, things of that nature. And so it's that's why I try to highlight people on my platform who are doing that work, who are out here, boots to the ground. And so it's a range. You know, I'll have celebrities, but I'll also have activists and tastemakers and influencers and people who are doing that actual work, business owners who are out here in their community, highlighting their community and just making the community better. So I love doing that. And that's the social worker in me too, because I believe like we all, you know, a lot of times it's just ignorance is why we don't excel, because we have the lack of knowledge and the lack of resources, and just the lack of encouragement too, to know that we can do it.
Absolutely. I have a young man at my job who's constantly, him and his wife, going like trips galore.
Listen,
It's not just, around the corner. Like they
every
just came
chance
back,
I get.
right. They just came back from Africa not too long
Ooh,
ago.
I love it. Listen,
Um,
every chance I get.
I think they spent, I want to say 2 weeks in
I
Africa,
love it. Exactly.
getting ready to go somewhere else again. Like it's nothing.
Do it.
But he
Enjoy
says,
life.
I'm no longer going to go to living my best life when, right? He's like, no, I'm
Now.
living now.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, my life is not promised. So
Exactly.
therefore,
These bills,
I'm going
somebody
to
gonna
do.
bills gonna be here. I'm gonna
Yeah.
owe somebody when I die. Somebody gonna be owed. So I'm gonna live, and I believe in experiences. And they ain't gotta be expensive experiences. Like just I'm trying to plot the next time I can get away.
Yes,
My
he's
husband like,
getting
listen,
ready
don't
to
ask to go nowhere else this year. And I'm like,
Dominican Republic, I think he's trying to go to, but he's
listen,
been
go.
somewhere everywhere. So I'm sitting up here, like I told him today, like I'm gleaning from you. You giving me hope. Like,
Exactly. And
um,
it's not as expensive as people think. And we make money, we bust our ass and pay taxes. We pay all of these different things. Why not pay for an experience? Because
absolutely.
you can't get time back. You can always make more money. You can't make more time.
No.
And when you travel, it expands your mind just like vastly when you see how other people live. And like you said, how you see people who are similar to us, who are different from us. And it's just, you see how people eat and it's just like expands your world. And coming from somewhere like Detroit, that's what we need, because we're so segregated here in Detroit, right? Those of us from the hood, we know what it's like. So I'm just grateful that I had family and I was able to go to school. I went to Michigan and met people from Tokyo, Japan. Like like people from all over the world, Switzerland, and people from Chicago, people from Long Beach. It just expanded my mind and be like, it's such a whole vast world out there. So yes, I'm all for traveling. If I could travel my whole life, I think I was meant to be born in a tropical climate.
What
I don't
school
know
you
what.
said you went to?
Hmm.
What school you said you went to?
I went to Michigan, University of Michigan. That's where I went to college.
Ann Arbor.
Yep, the main campus, baby. A
I'm not
squared.
I'm not gonna tell you I went there too.
Oh, did you? Ah, Wolverine, yes. I
That's why I was like,
know.
wait, did she?
Yes, baby. 94 to 99. No, 98. 94 to December 98.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, we were there at the same time. I was there in 96.
Come on, baby. Let's go, baby. South Quad, baby. North Campus.
So were you? Well, you had to be there. So this was 96, and I don't know if you were out there, but do you remember when they allowed the Ku Klux Klan to march?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because
People
they like,
don't believe me.
yeah. Across the diag? Was it across the
Yes.
diag? Yes.
I was out there.
Listen, we know what it is. Michigan is a liberal college, but they some racist too. I'm not gonna front. I got in because of affirmative action, probably. Thank you, God. Affirmative action was still active then. Yes, I remember that shit. And they said also they, like they said, they have a right to protest just like everybody else. Because Michigan is a liberal school. Everybody, but
they
baby, yeah,
on with their shotguns, and I was just like, "This is 96. Why is this happening?"
Hell yeah. And it's and I mean we saw it. We saw how the Caucasian fraternities and sororities would have their parties. They on the one next to the union. Y'all playing volleyball in the middle of the day. But the black sororities and fraternities, come on now, we saw the disparities. But I was grateful to, and that's all the more reason I'm proud to have been in that environment.
Yes.
Because it was nurturing, but it was also, you could see
that was
what it was about. But that's also what makes me proud. So sometimes I would be the only black person in a class, okay? The only.
Yeah.
And sometimes the only woman. So let's talk. But I listen, I'm proud to this day, proud Wolverine. I tell people I'm alum. And it's crazy. I have so many like Spartans that I know. That shit is like so crazy. And I have to go to work in Lansing sometimes, and I'll be like, ugh. But I'm proud. I'm just a girl from Mac and Van Dyke, okay, who went to Michigan. So, but we know they was racist as hell up there. It is what it is. I mean, it's a PWI.
People, when I say this story, because they try to look it up, you're not gonna see it.
No,
I was there.
maybe in the Michigan Daily, they might, if they go in the archives, they'll probably have to go like in the archives of the Michigan Daily, maybe. They'll have to go in the archives. It ain't gonna be online, probably. It'll probably be in like a library, like microfiche or some shit.
Yeah.
But it happened for sure.
Yeah, it happened. And I had a conversation I called my parents. My parents called my grandma because I was ready to pack up then. And my grandma was like, no, you're not.
Stay your ass up there.
No, you're not.
Right.
So, yeah. See, this is what I'm saying. We find out that we are more alike than you are.
Yes, baby.
You will never find that out until you talk.
Go blue. All day, baby. That's why you will rarely see me wearing the color green. All the stuff I wore one green dress that I posted last week, and that's the dress that I wore to my daughter's graduation because she graduated from Cass, which I'm also a Cass Tech alum as well. So CT, second to none. But yes, child. Where'd you go, King or Renaissance?
Neither one of them.
I ain't as attached to Cass as I am to Michigan though, but I'm proud either way.
I went to Osborne on purpose.
Oh, okay. I'm not mad East Side though. I'm not mad at it.
I failed the test on purpose.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was like, I didn't want to be bothered.
Yeah, my mom was like, yeah, she's picking out everything. And I'm like, I'll fix you.
But see, that just showed that you still excel going to Michigan from Osborne. Like it ain't about where you at, it's about how you apply yourself.
Yes,
so
absolutely. I think it was only out our graduating class. A lot of them went to Michigan State or stayed home. But I think it was just maybe 5 or 6 of us that maybe went to Michigan.
It was a handful.
But my fault, I should have went where the money was, and that wasn't either one of those.
Which was
Albion.
Oh, okay.
Scholarship to play softball.
Okay, so why do you say you should have now? Like,
because I the Albion gave me all the money. I went to Michigan to follow my friend.
Yeah, but still, it was nothing like that Michigan experience. There's a Michigan difference. I don't give a damn. I still owe them loans. And you know what? I told the lady, I'll probably die before I pay y'all back. Sally Mae. I don't forgive my loans, by the way. Everybody else who's getting forgiven, hats off to y'all, but I'm not even about to worry about it. Y'all catch me outside or whatever. Cash me outside, whatever.
Right. They still can't do nothing. But anyway.
I mean, because the experience that I got from that and the level of excellence it prepared me to be at, I don't think I would have got that anywhere else.
That the people that I came in class with are all graduates and successful at the thing they said they were coming to school for. I had WNBA players, not a judge. He's a professional weatherman. Who's won awards. Matter of fact, his son is at Michigan right now playing football.
I love
it. Not judges. What is he? Lawyers, all types of stuff. And I'm like, I remember when we came in and we didn't have a pot to piss in. But we stuck together, that's for sure. If I ever need anything, it's about that alumni, I can call them right now.
Yep.
It wouldn't be no questions asked. But again, I had no clue, no idea where this conversation was going to go tonight because I never do.
And it's liable to go anywhere with me.
So
I am not predictable.
I do have, because we way over, but I do have a couple of things. What is a balanced life for you? What does that mean to you?
That to me, that's a That's a scam. Work-life balance is, I don't, mm, I don't think it's a such thing, because some days you do well and some days you don't. Shit don't be balanced every day. But for me, a balanced life is just being able to work hard and play hard, being
Absolutely.
able to live out my dreams and also build a legacy for my children. That's a balanced life. Being able to get my work done, do what I'm supposed to do, make an impact and influence, but also having time with my people. That's the best.
Exactly. I mean, to be able to give back our gift to the world, to impact the world
Mm-hmm.
is amazing. And for me, to watch you do it is the amazing part for me. Um, to not necessarily the blueprint, but to see, as I stated earlier, to have hope and faith that what I do and what Rocki does is impacting the world the way we has
Mm-hmm.
was given, right? Because all our gifts can be taken at any given time. But
Baby.
been trusted with this gift, and it is a
Mhm.
gift. We're able to, educate. We're able to influence. We're able to um, give anybody what they need. And if we don't have it, we have the means to get it for that person.
Mhm.
We help with people's and shape people's destiny by, by educating them.
Mhm.
So I'm excited about that. I'm excited
And
about,
keeping them laughing too.
of course,
Gotta keep them laughing, keep them feeling stuff, getting in touch with who they are.
absolutely. There's no other way. Um, I have a few church announcements, so govern yourself
Okay.
accordingly.
Okay, I'll try.
Last October, I was able to put out my first single book. I have other books, but it wasn't just by myself. However, on the Blueprint Guys Design, it is on Amazon. You can put my name in or put in the code and it will come up. Please support whichever way you can. If you want to continue to see these lights on and whatever else bill that comes with podcasting, you can donate to the Cash App at Sunshine Camila, KAMILAH. That's how you really spell my name. Alita Cotton, who's a really good friend of mine, part of my village, who does ginger and turmeric teas. One of
Mhm.
the best. I think she put crack in it, but however, you will get addicted. I promise you. It's
Okay.
Teas 313-380-0321. She is on Facebook, AYECEE. You will not be disappointed, I promise you. Again, one of our likes, Waffle Cafe Detroit, Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., 18685 Liver Noise.
Yes. Shout out to them. Yeah. Shout out to Bug and Lord Kim. Shout out to
So,
them. I appreciate the opportunity to work with them. Dope people, dope
man,
people.
look,
And Kim and I have known each other for about 15, 20 years, because her
wow,
ex-husband and my husband used to work together. So it's just a blessing. Like I said, ain't nothing a mistake. So shout out to them.
the food is delicious. I don't travel to
Mhm.
the west side often. They got me coming to the west side.
Come on. I wish they was open now. Shoot. Mm.
Exactly. I'll be mad they ain't open on Sundays because
Mhm.
trust me.
Yes.
But however, they have waffling on Wednesday,
Waffling after dark
waffling after dark, 7 p.m. to 11, correct?
on Wednesdays.
Wednesday
Yep.
night.
Hmm.
So that's the other thing. Again, you can go there, get your food. It's a $10 charge. You can go in, you can network and have a great, awesome time. The only reason why I can't come on Wednesdays because I'll be in praise and worship rehearsal. But however,
Somebody else, pass it on to somebody else. Get y'all some lavender lemonade, some of them chicken
ooh,
bites and them catfish
ooh,
bites,
ooh,
baby.
that shrimp wrap. How about that? Anyway,
So
I'm not
good.
even
Hey, boo. That's my boo checking in.
you gonna get me. I'm already hungry. All right. So we got waffling. The show is sponsored by Blacktop Streetball Association, btsba.com. If you remember Main One, if you remember Professor and Hot Sauce and all of them, guess what? They coming back together under this name right here.
I love
Main
it.
event is leading the charge as CEO. This time, basketball will be in our hands.
I
No one
love
will
it.
take it from us. So go to their website. The tour is starting in August in New Jersey. So I want you guys to support. Get your basketball shoes on. Who gonna meet the bus? Let's get it. Let's repeat history, but better than before. Um, yeah, I just got excited about that one.
I love
What
it.
whoever who was that?
My husband might be interested in that because
Oh,
he is a basketball fiend. Okay, so I
listen,
don't know if
go
he's still on here,
to
boo. Check them out.
yeah, go to the website btsba.com and see what's going on. If it pop, ain't no if. When it pops like it did
Right.
before, but better, they will be in Detroit. I promise you. I'm trying to
Hmm.
get on a tour in September when they'll be in Vegas. Okay.
Hmm.
Alpha and Omega Naturals. Y'all see this natural curl I got going on? My hair is growing out. All natural from Alpha, okay? Alpha and Omega Naturals.com. Please support her. Black owned. Everything that I'm talking about tonight is black
I
owned.
love it. Blackity black. We
Black.
black. That's why I'm like, I'm black every day. I'm sorry. I got excited right quick because they Black History Month. We black every day. Okay. Black history every
Absolutely.
day.
Book has also an event space that you can actually rent out. 23120 Coolidge Highway in Oak Park. Phone number 313-469-2943. Oh, you might be wondering why am I supporting all of Book's things? Let me tell you something. I would not be here podcasting right now if it wasn't for Book.
I love it.
Book said, what's your plans? Why are you just still doing Facebook? I think you should. And I was on his radio station as well. So again, I'm supporting who really believe in me, who really trust me, who really put forth the effort. So yes, anything he needs from me, he gets. Period. No questions asked. So again, last but not least, Miss Rocki, you the last on the show. You last
Yes,
on the
ma'am.
conversation. What do you got to say? What you got to say?
Well, y'all just follow me, Rocki Harris, on that's my personal page, Rocky's Reality, Rockis Reality on all social media. Next month I'll be back on air, taking a break in January. Got to take a little hiatus, but I'll be back on Thursdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Shout out to Detroit is Different, Kyrie Frazier, and my board op, Joe Black. And I'm just here. Also, I'm a writer, editor, I'm a multimedia storyteller. I appreciate the opportunity, Sunshine. Remember the S in there. Rockis Reality,
Okay.
which by the way was started when I was at Specs Howard. That was started before I even brought it. Yeah, Rockis Reality started before I brought. It started as a blog and expanded into that. So y'all follow me, and also my other page is Right Down to It. Yep. WRITE Down to It. That's where I do my content creation, public relations. Y'all got that next best-selling novel. Y'all need the manuscript edited. I can do that as well. So just get at me. Yep, you got it. Yep, right down to it. Yep. Thank you.
You welcome. So again, I'm here every Tuesday and Thursday until I have the opportunity to be in a play that's called He's Fine, but Is He Saved? So
Mm.
the month of October, I will be on break because I will be working, getting ready for this show. There's so many great things coming down the pipe. Um, just get in where you fit in. Okay?
Listen, let's go, God. Let's go.
August
Let's
11th,
go.
I am one of the models for Detroit Swag. What up, though? Through M Agency. You don't want to miss it. Tickets are on sale right now at Eventbrite, also at God's World, and there's another place that are selling the tickets. Please by all means,
I'm just
come
plugging in
support
my
your
laptop.
girl. Please come and support your girl while she's walking down looking fly at this fashion show that will be at the Eastern Market, Shed 3, August 11th, which is on a Friday at 7 p.m. Do not want to miss it. Again, he's fine, but is he saved? Written by Kim Brooks, directed by TJ Hemphill. I will be also doing acting and singing in this as well.
Oh, you can sing. Oh, okay. We're going to have you do a little something when you come on Rocky's Reality. Hey,
yes,
hey,
ma'am. October 21st and 22nd is the weekend of Sweetie's Day at Ford Community Theater in Dearborn. Tickets will be going on sale soon. Hey, book. So again, let's get it. Let's support. Don't be crabs, okay? We don't belong.
No, I think we have and you know what? I love to dispel that notion because I feel like we have everything we need in our network. If you need an attorney, I got you. You need a photographer. You need a masseuse. You need a herbalist. All of that. You need a DJ. Absolutely. All of that. You need a restaurateur. You need a chef. You need a writer. So I don't subscribe to that crabs in a barrel.
We don't belong
because I feel like we got everything we need and we do help each other. And if you a part of the people who don't help the people, I don't even mesh with those people. Like I don't even know, because if you're not trying to help and support, then we not even associated. Like that's how I operate.
Absolutely, I get it. Trust me.
But you're right. Don't be crabs, y'all. Don't be like that. Because we do more together. That's what people don't realize. We work from this scarcity mentality when really you do more. You get more done together when you collaborate.
Absolutely.
Your competition should be yourself. Be better than the person you were yesterday. Really. Seriously. So
and drink some water.
Listen.
It's good for your complexion. Your skin. I don't we not support whoever this is, but I'm just saying the water is good and it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gotta drink y'all some water. Okay, you gotta drink some water. Your pee shouldn't be that color.
Oh! Listen, when it's all dark, it shouldn't be. We're gonna have a whole health
smell. You not drinking enough water and you're not eating vegetables. Okay, that's the education for the day.
Listen, because it come out your pores too.
Hello.
Oh, we gonna go there though.
We not. As I was saying before I got into this cold water.
That's the Sesame Street lesson for the day.
Yes. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Please drink your water. It's good for you. I'm here every Tuesday and Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time with a different guest. Like I said, my guests are dope. So my phone is, I don't know who that is.
Well, thank you again for having me.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you stopping in and giving us wisdom and having a good conversation, letting us know that us Wolverines are the best. And
listen, leaders and best, baby. Hell,
they gonna be mad at us, but however, we don't care, and we don't care. So
no matter the season, okay. No matter the season, whether it's basketball, football, we still the best, okay.
And it don't even matter. Y'all tried
worldwide.
It. They tried it, but it's okay. Some of our best football quarterbacks are Wolverines, right? Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm just saying.
So anyway, let me get my theme back on. I'm sorry. We're gonna go out.
Hey, Monica.
Keeping a real conversation.
Now, who is that? Make sure I do something.
This is Robert Jeffries.
Yes, he from the D?
Yes, he said he was bored at work and decided to do a theme song for me.
Listen, I love it. Shout out to Robert Jeffries. Okay. Listen, I'm with it. Okay.
So, as we stated, this is what you get when you on this show. If you got people that you feel needs to tell their story, needs to get promoted, whatever the case may be, inbox me. Let me do what my schedule looks like. No problem. You can come on the show. I don't charge anybody. This is all free. It was freely given to me, so I freely give it to you. And I'll see y'all